welcome to the LEC post-game lobby after this amazing day of League of Legends. I'm Laure, joined by GB and Trymbi. Oh, that rhymes. Amazing. How are you doing, Trymbi?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. We won. That's the happiest thing for sure.
We take those.
Take out. Yeah, exactly.
How would you describe this game?
MS, but good for us in the sense. I think we got a lot of options to play due to especially Matthias getting to actually get some kills and try to find some opportunities, because the game was looking quite rough at some point. But yeah, I feel like some people stepped up, and I would say Sjokz had a really good game. Overall, I would say our team had after all of the things that happened early mid game, when it was later mid game, etc. I felt like everyone was playing good game, so that was it. It's just we couldn't really close out the game because the enemy team kind of wanted to win too.
Yeah,
and it was really rough. By me, sometimes other player. There was a lot of mistakes that should never happen.
That's a back and forth, GB.
Yeah, I also think it's just the nature of the extended team fight you get when you have two Undying Rages as well, right? You get it on the Trymbi, you get it on the Sylas, and some of these team fights just take so long. You're playing around the cooldown as well. And yeah, big ups to Sjokz here. His Jace was really defining in a lot of these team fights in terms of finding the damage that was necessary to win them.
Yeah, my bro Nami just flashes for no reason. Okay, we got at least. Oh, we got at least that guy. Yeah, I mean, this game was a bit crazy, not gonna lie. But yeah, the Sjokz got a quarter kill, so that's good.
I was about to say the Sjokz, which is interesting because I know that in an interview recently he said that obviously knowing that Sjokz would come in the league, we were expecting the carry champion picks, and then he pivoted rather to more helping champions. I don't want to say tanks, but less carry type champions, because it didn't work so much in scrims. Did anything change in your way you trained, or why did you think it was a good choice here going into
For
it?
sure, Matthias right now feels a little bit more comfortable with everything. Also, he learned a bit more than what he had as the knowledge before, because it's not easy as a rookie to just come in. I feel a lot of times it's hard to play macro at some point. When you step up from ERL to LEC, and I had the same thing 2 years ago. It was it's not easy to actually find yourself in a game, and we also didn't help him so much because we also were struggling in winter to actually find ourselves too. So it was not easy for him, but I'm happy that right now he's trying to fish for these peaks, try to get a little bit of revenge from from winter, and I think he's doing a good job. I feel he's more cautious about stuff, and as well I feel we're trying to help him a bit more than we did before. So it's I hope that it's gonna get better and better from now on.
Any take, GB, on the Trindamir that we hadn't seen for a while in the LEC in Europe?
I mean, getting the first kills, it looked good initially, and then I'm actually not really too sure how I would like to describe that late game, because it was obviously a comfort pick for Ebby, and I think it had its rewards at times. But I also think when it was picked into the Sylas, it gave a really pretty, incredibly strong ultimate there. And I also think a lot of the late game team fights, I don't know. I mean, they probably got just as desperate as Koi was for this victory, because some of the team fights that came from their point of view was also super overforced. And I think we saw that at times. I think specifically the bot lane inhibitor turret, when Ebby just ease forwards, has to Undying Rage immediately, and then back to Fountain with me. So I don't have the biggest takeaways, because I think a game this messy is hard to really get a grasp of it.
It is a relief, I guess, Trymbi, for you to bounce back after yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, so
it's still best of ones.
Some things were really crazy that game, but after all the bad stuff that happened, at least from my side, when we were there was some mistakes and everything, we started to get back through with the team fight. So that was good. I think we had a lot of actually good team fights and good comms around how we want to do stuff.
Tomorrow is going to be an interesting game for you guys. But before we get onto the schedule, let's take a look at the standings we have here right now in the LEC, as Astralis reigns undefeated at the top of the standings. What do you make of the standings so far? We have 2 games only, but yeah.
They're the best team in the Europe right now, so what can I say? They're pretty good. Yeah.
Any surprises for you so far in terms of performances from teams?
I mean, for sure, the fact that Mad Lions is 0-2
Yeah.
is like something that I don't think much people would expect. I think us is like, like happens. But I think most of the things are like, it's 2 games, right? Like everything can happen. Obviously, nobody expected also Prodigy to lose. But Astralis is a scary team when they get the champions they want and they play the game they want. It can get quite messy, and at least from like half the game I saw, it really was quite like fighty, I would say.
Definitely a team to stop underestimating. Maybe GB, any big surprises after this second day of spring?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much just agree with the takeaways. Once again, I think Carpe for me has also been a big stand-up member for Astralis just in general, so I guess a positive surprise in that regard. And once again, format, like all of a sudden, I'm looking forward to SK versus Astralis tomorrow in a way that I never thought I would before.
That's true.
It's actually insane, right? So I think positive surprise that tomorrow there's good matchups.
Yeah, the hidden matchup.
Oh, well, not good matchups is a positive surprise, but you know, like uncertain matchups.
It's nice to see more competitive teams, of course, in the LEC. Trymbi, there's something I wanted to ask you because you said that for you, Mad Lions being 0-2 is a surprise. And when I look at Spring and the fact that they've made it to finals, you guys were also super close for making it. For me, when I look at the format right now, I think it's really hard for teams like you and Mad Lions who made it up until the end, but not quite won, when you have just 1 week to turn things over and shift things over. How has it been for you? Just bouncing back, getting ready for spring, having such a short time to adapt and fix on your mistakes?
Yeah, I feel like every team, like for instance, us and Mad Lions, like we took like, I think both of us took like a week off, I would say, right after the split ended, while some other teams obviously they had like way longer time, so they could like kind of choose what they want to do. So I would assume other teams like kind of prepared themselves a little bit more than us, but it's not really like something to like get excuse of, I would say. But that's kind of how format looks right now. You know, if you want to get a break off and you want to get like a nice one where you actually want to unwind and then get ready for the next split, then obviously you're not gonna be fully ready when it comes to like drafts, when it comes to like actually playing as a team fully and fixing what was bad for you in winter. Like it's not realistic to say that, you know, you're gonna just take a week off and then in a week of time you're gonna fix everything that was not working in winter and suddenly you're gonna be the best team. That's something that for sure makes the format special, but that's, you know, that's a good thing. I feel like it's like the most important thing is just not get out of top 8, so you're actually gonna be able to practice a little bit more. And if not, then maybe then you are the one who can abuse the format in the sense that you just have a really long break, which I wouldn't like anyone, like I wouldn't recommend it to anyone for sure, especially us. So yeah, but that's kind of how it looks right now. And yeah, you're a bit right about it. It's like not so easy to actually fully prepared, but I think I think for every team that, you know, like us, Mad Lions, I think it's gonna get slowly get better. But as you can see, other teams are also well prepared. So that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be good to look at.
And for some teams need to turn it around fast, I want to say. They only have 3 weeks, and I'm thinking of Fnatic here, of course. GB, tomorrow facing off against Vitality could be a really rough week for them, especially when you think of how strong Vitality has looked so far.
Yeah.
Nothing to add on this. That's great.
I don't have much more to say.
No.
I think it's going to be a rough one.
Yeah. Rough first week for them. What do you make of Vitality, Trymbi? We've been praising them, overreacting on them a lot, given how strong they've looked so far.
Yes. Nice, you can guys overreact all the time. I'm really happy every time, you know. It's like so nice because, like, I mean, it's only 2 games, but obviously you can see that things are getting better a bit for them. I mean, also, they got to prepare right and everything, and it's like not. But they also have like a bit different way of like doing stuff, right? They have the Aurelion Sol, I think, one game when like kind of got out of hand after like 2 kills, I think, or something like this, and then the game got out of hand. Today's game I didn't really watch, but yeah, I think right now they're for sure looking stronger. Like nothing. Neon is a good player, I think, but you know, when it comes to upset, like he always was like pretty consistent as well, and he always like he would always make his team like not really play around him, but he has good way of playing, and that's like something that for sure looks like, you know, it helps them a lot. But yeah, we'll see, of course, after like whole 3 weeks, because it's like this with every team, kind of feel like, and yeah. But for now they're looking good, so that's like You know, that's the good thing. I don't know when we play them, but yeah, tomorrow we'll see if Fnatic can actually deal with them.
Hyped about the matchup tomorrow against the Mad Lions?
Yeah, it's always high versus Mad Lions. It's quite, yeah,
Rematch,
you have to.
yeah.
It's really nice to win, of course, but yeah, like especially after the winter split, where like, you know, we were bad, but I don't think they were like so great as well. So it could go either way. Sadly, it didn't go for us. Like, I mean, I don't say it, you know, in a sense that I disrespect them. I think they're great players and everything. But like that I really want to show tomorrow that, yeah, like I want to show that we could have won it and maybe even should have.
Well, we'll see how this story ends for you guys tomorrow. It's way past bedtime for us here in Berlin. So thanks all of us for watching today and bearing with us throughout the breaks we had. GB, thank you so much also for being with us.
Oh, thank you.
And Trymbi, as always, a pleasure to have you on PGL. We benched the Polaroid machine, camera, whatever. So we're going to take a normal
That's a
selfie
shame.
here.
I love them.
Yeah, no. We're not using this thing again. Just take a normal selfie instead. We'll be back tomorrow to close out the week 1 of the LEC Spring. See you then. Have a good night. Time for bed.
Alistar.
Yeah, Alistar.
He's good at
Alistar.
He's actually good Alistar, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
what the champion is Alistar?
The cow.
Alistar.
Oh,
Ding, ding.
Beep, beep,
Ding,
beep,
ding, ding, ding,
beep,
ding,
beep,
ding.
beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, beef, yeah.
Yeah, beep.
Jonghun is being very proactive in this early game. Kobe stunned.
Huge stun. There's the root as well with the snap trap, and Kobe doesn't have an opportunity.
Forest there, let's fight, okay?
I can flash on
No,
him.
Yeah, you can.
I'm in range on Vega.
I go.
Flash on him.
I'm coming.
I flash Vega. Okay, nice.
Go mid, go
Maybe
mid.
I get.
And we're still not dead. Now Adam continue to step forward, has the minion wave behind him, looking for those Qs, getting the spam out below 100. Chasey is going to be in trouble. The heal, the damage. Adam takes the solo.
I'm gonna flank. I'm gonna flank.
Guys, can you come?
Yeah, I can come.
Come.
Yeah, it's a notable, yeah, it's a notable. We can
No vision on me. No vision on me. Go.
go.
Oh, the bugs.
Nice, good job. Looking for a counter. Odo gets a level up. Mercurial Hammer, the stun, the tower, the trade of 1 for 1.
No tower here for Heretics. The Cyclone from Yankos, knock up from Mercer. Glacial Prison hits Mercer. He's still got one more E if he can get away, but the stun, the CC. Mercer surviving, but Shagenda diving in. Not allowed to. Leader turns back straight onto Mickey, dives in. The fullest duet. That was gorgeous from Leader. He takes him out in the 1v2. Just lying in wait in the darkness.
Can
Okay. I can force. Okay. Kite.
Look this guy. Look, Jordan.
Hammer.
Ja, das macht ein Bullock. Kettenblue, ein Bullock.
Head front.
Go mid and
Go on this game. Okay, just make sure we end this game, okay? And then we celebrate.
Was bringing Leader in the right choice. Well, right now, they're going all the way to the stars. Astralis 2-0.
Okay, Lee Sin walks into a bar.
Lee Sin walks into a bar.
And into a table.
And a table.
Okay,
And into a chair.
And a chair.
Literally,
you want to come
no joke. He no joke just looked Medic dead in the eye and said, I've heard that one before. Come, clown.